Students are back in school, and the soccer season has returned. Tonight on CCX, our first girls soccer telecast of the season, as Lake Conference rivals Hopkins and Wayzata meet for the first time this season. The Royals and the Trojans are live next on CCX Sports. CCX Sports presents coverage of high school girls soccer. Tonight, a late conference matchup. It's the Hopkins Royals, 0-1 on the season, taking on the 3-1 Wayzata Trojans. From Wayzata High School in Plymouth, John Jacobson along with Sig Ligry. And Sig, a little bit of an unusual schedule for Hopkins, just one match played so far. They had a postponement on the opening night of the season that they have not made up yet. So only one game for them to go on so far. Lost to a pretty good Minnetonka team, 3-1. And for Wayzata, lost their opener to a great Edina team, the top-ranked team in the state. But they've won 3 straight since then, including a win over Minnetonka.
Yeah, Wayzata's been playing some really high-level teams and doing well. Hopkins, as you said, we don't really know for sure how good they are. But we always know from history that Hopkins and Wayzata is always a war. You never know. It doesn't matter if you're number 1 or number 82. You don't know what's going to happen in this because there's such a rivalry.
Justin Hegre's got some good talent. He said, experienced players and young players that played on different club teams over the summer. Really likes their attitude, and they're very coachable, which you always like to have as a coach. And Wayzata, good experience, good talent like they usually have. And so this should be a good one.
Yeah, like Wayzata's approach, they have good depth. They have a lot of players who are younger that they can draw. They can even draw from junior varsity. Hopkins doesn't have quite that much of a draw for in terms of depth, but they have some very good players up front, and I think they can give Wayzata all they want on defense.
Wayzata boys won the early match here tonight between these varsity teams by a score of 3-0. Wayzata girls will look to make it a sweep. Hopkins girls looking to get their first win of the season. We'll take a break, come back, and start this one off. Hopkins Wayzata girls soccer next on CCX. Beautiful evening for soccer, 72 degrees, only a cloud in the sky, no wind. We get ready and we are underway with Wayzata Hopkins girls soccer. Trojans in their home gold with a blue trim, Hopkins in white with the blue numbers. And first possession, now it's Wayzata with it. Marissa Berg passing it down the left side, tripped up, and having the ball taken away was Anna Munyon. And cleared out to midfield by the Royals. Header trying to get the ball to Avery Petty, sophomore forward. A shot here and a goal, and Hopkins is on the board 37 seconds into the first half. Abby Hoysko scored their only goal in the one match that they've played this season, scores again, beating Becca Carroll, and Hopkins is up 1-0.
Boy, right off the bat, caught the Wayzata defense a little bit on the sleeping side. There's
That's a great pass, too.
Good pass. Nice moving the ball down and sneaks it inside the post. Watch this. Nice movement. Sees where the keeper is and slides it right past in the far post.
So Hoyska from Petty at 40 seconds officially of the first half to give Hopkins a 1-goal lead. How about that? We've seen Wayzata do that to teams over the years.
Yeah. No.
Rare to see that opponent do that on them early on.
Yeah, because you anticipate Wayzata with their history of strong defense, but
sometimes you get a really good individual play, and that's what Hopkins had there, and gives them a little boost of confidence against this Trojans team.
Nice little pass and a nice breakaway.
Hopkins ranked number 6 in the state in Class 3A. And there's another class in high school soccer this year, 3A for the largest schools. Edina is the number 1 team in the state, had that season opening win over Wayzata. And Wayzata at number 6, 1 spot behind Maple Grove, who we'll see later this month on CCX. Ball out of play. We'll get a throw in for Wayzata. Well, battled for on the far sideline, pushed ahead by the Royals, and then played back to Carroll. Move it out on her right, and Wayzata will advance it, trying to get it out to midfield. Off Lily Nyer and out, and it's Hopkins with the throw in. This time off Hopkins, and Wayzata will throw it in.
Was setting at the ball in midfield. Battle for it there. And
Whistle.
Foul call against Hopkins.
And Katie Nielsen defending there. Marking up the Wayzata player, and so we'll get a free kick here for Wayzata. Now that's Smith, senior defender. 45 yards up, puts it on net. A little bobble, but then hung on to by Lucy Rock. Senior goalie for Hopkins. Didn't get a much on that, but got a good bounce to near midfield. Paul trapped momentarily between 2 players on the hips and then played out to midfield by Hopkins. Whistle and the foul on Wayzata here as the Hopkins player went down. First foul on the Trojans. Long free kick ahead, is shot away, and this one just goes wide off the foot of Petty. I like the aggressive approach. Petty, rather than trying to dribble in, see if she can get past the defender.
Absolutely.
Put it toward the net. Yep. Didn't get it in on net, but I like it.
Yep, I like that too. And if you can't get it on net, see if you can get a centering pass or a cross and make something happen. Put the pressure on.
Carroll on the goal kick. It'll be picked up by Anna Munyon, sophomore midfielder. Nice short pass ahead and then broken up by Hopkins and then given away by the Royals. To the near side. Dana Brewer, veteran for this Hopkins team, played it back. And Hopkins with it again, and here's Petty. Sophomore, a little hesitation, still with it. Petty, 3 girls closing in on her, puts it on net, and it rolls to Carroll, makes the stop. Carroll, returner from last year, returning starter, gets this one away. Hopkins back deep in their own end, will play it up to midfield. Kicked out by Wayzata, throw in for Hopkins. Terapashki on the throw in. Ball played to midfield out off Hopkins. Get the throw in here for Marissa Berg. Ball trapped on the pass in by Munyon. Nice little short pass by her ahead to Brewer. Now right side and a rush. Play broken up.
Hopkins.
Yeah, nice defensive play there by Trulio, who had it for a moment and then taken back by Wayzata. Excuse me, Sig.
I was going to say Hopkins doing a good job of.
Here's a shot away, and it goes high, and that'll play.
They're staying in their position on defense. They're not allowing anybody to go out and get out of their position. That's interesting.
Lorna-Serg with a short pass, now to Paschke. And now played out to midfield to Petty. Trying to lead it ahead again. Now they scored in the first minute. And off the Wayzata defender and out, so Hopkins will get a throw in deep here by Hoyska. Header toward the net, broken up, played back to the sideline. Another throw in for Hopkins. Hoyska trying to get it to Petty. Down deep. Now we'll center it out in front. Header. Oh, and a great chance, but headed just high.
Perfect setup and just couldn't quite finish with the header. Here you see it again. It's a nice pass inside.
Bryn Etzel just a little bit high.
Yep, good position, had the right idea, and it's a little bit underneath the ball.
A good opening 7 minutes of play here for Hopkins.
Yes.
One already on the board and almost a second there. Now Wayzata going to switch the field here and put some pressure on Hopkins with their offense. Centering pass out in front. Rock bobbled it and then able to get it before Munyon had a chance to get a foot on it for the Trojans. Out the midfield to the sideline and out. And Hoffman will throw it in for the Royals. Off the Hopkins player. Out must be a Trojans throwing as it went off of Hoffman. Marissa Berg on the throw in. Gets it to Munyon. Back to Berg. Off a Hopkins player. Loose ball taken by Wayzata. And Hopkins getting it back. Elizabeth Norman, one of the captains for the Royals, number 7. They push it to the far side, back toward the middle, off of Norman. Charlotte Lee trying to get a foot on it. And Wayzata gains control. There's Megan Smith in the open field. Captain playing it up ahead. Royals push it right back. Header to the right side. Off of Hoffman. Might have been a handball, and it was. How about this weather, Sig?
Oh, nice.
Absolutely beautiful.
It's in the lower 70s. Dew point of right around 48. Wind is almost non-existent right now.
I mentioned Hopkins has just the one match. They were supposed to play on that opening night of the season back on August 26th. And that night, if you remember the weather 2 weeks ago, it was teams that were playing in the 5 o'clock games, for the most part, got their games in, but teams playing in the 7 o'clock matches that night, that's kind of when the heavy rain and storms moved in. Their match was canceled up at STMA. And then they didn't have any other matches scheduled other than the Minnetonka one on the 31st until tonight. So it's been a week plus for Hopkins since they played a match, and that was the only match they've had compared to the 4 that Wayzata has played. Their most recent one coming last Saturday, a win at Duluth East. This is their second home match of the season. Ball down on the Trojans in. They trail the Royals 1-0. Just over 10 minutes into play.
Try around the outside.
Yep, trying to push it toward the middle, and they do. That's broken up.
Hopkins defense doing a good job of keeping the offense to the outside, not allowing those crossing passes to take place.
Works every once in a great while.
Right at midfield in front of the benches, out of play. It'll be Hopkins' possession. Natalia Trulio to put it in play. Here comes Wayzata with it. Munyon. Got some room to operate. Plays it here. This will come all the way through to Rock. Trying to see if she could get it to Lily Nyer up front, but came all the way back to Rock. And no trouble for her on that. Header by the Royals. Get it across midfield. Petty pushing it ahead, right side. Hoffman. Defended there by Berg. Pass comes back. Nice little move by Hoyska. Middle of the field. Angle to the left by Lee. And out of play.
Should be a corner. Yep.
Off of Wayzata. And so we get our first corner kick of the night.
Yeah, we're 13 minutes in on our first corner. Coming in from the far side. Hopkins players are spread out, waiting for the kick, and then they'll maneuver. Nice. Ooh, a little bit short.
Petty unable to get it into the field of play. Goes off the side of the net. And we get a goal kick for Wayzata. Look at Justin Hegre, 5th year as head coach of the Hopkins girls, and coached the Hopkins boys team. Before that, as we mentioned in our pregame, really likes the potential for his team. Yeah, the talent level he's got here.
So far, it looks pretty good.
Good start so far tonight against Wayzata.
Trip advantage called.
And it's a turnover to Hopkins as Hoffman has it. Playing it ahead to Hoyska. And out of play. And a Trojans throw in. 14 minutes into the first half. 1-0 Hopkins, and a goal 40 seconds in by Abby Hoyska. This will be a throw in now for Hopkins. And to the sideline, trying to keep it in was Munyon, couldn't do so. Possession stays with Hopkins. Long ball played toward the Hopkins net. Defender's able to cut it off and turn back over to the Trojans.
Oh, she's going to take that shot, yeah.
And then passing it off instead was Eli Novak. Header here. Rock trying to chase it down. A collision and gets on top of it. With the Trojans player pulling on top of her.
That's pretty gutsy to come that far out of the net. Watch this. There's the header. Here comes Rock way out of the net. And almost got a face full of the back of the head of the Wayzata player.
That was Megan Smith. Looked like neither player hurt.
Nope.
At all in that place. It's kicked back toward midfield here.
So
Royals trying to keep it in, and they do. It was a good hustle play. Keep that ball in play by Norman. But now it's back over to Wayzata. Here's Munyon. Munyon booted to the middle. Chance for the Trojans to attack. A switch of fields there by by Summer Siemens, and then taken away by Hopkins. Royals out to midfield.
3-on-3.
Stopping Hoyska, trying to put it toward the net. That gets deflected, blocked, and kicked out by Wayzata.
Well, they had a good push going that time, but I think they slowed up a little bit too early. But Hopkins showing that they know how to move that ball.
On the throw in, Petty, will drop it back. This one away and high and out of play. Off the foot of Charlotte Lee. Goal kick Wayzata. Tony Pesnicker. Now his 32nd season as head coach here at Wayzata. Yep. Very successful, to say the least.
To say the least, yeah. Yeah, he just won his 500th game. And then on Saturday, he's going to coach his 650th game. And he told me that when he played for the Thunder, he played 500 games with them.
Wow.
So this is a man of longevity and dedication. I mean, he's there thick or thin.
He's forgotten more about soccer than
I'll ever know. Yeah, you're right.
I'll ever know. Anyway.
You're right. You're right. That's what I'm saying. My wife and I used to go around the St. Paul stadiums, and we followed the Thunder. So I met Tony when he was a player. I was really impressed with his play, and I love the way he coaches.
Royals play it deep, but cleared away by the Trojans. Bounce at midfield. Header for Wayzata by Ramira Ambrose. Play along the sideline, a whistle, and a foul here against Wayzata. Against Hopkins. Get the free kick for the Trojans. Ambrose, another of the captains for the Trojans, will take this one. Played by Hopkins. Back to midfield. Hoyska will launch it back the other way. That's broken up by Nyer. And Wayzata from midfield now. Pushed ahead by Grace Nye. Here's Munyon, left side. Chased down from behind by Paschke. Out of play. Yeah, looks like we'll have a goal kick.
Yeah, that's a goal kick. Here's good luck number 3, Munyon. She's been really aggressive, moving the ball nicely.
Nearing the midway point of the first half. And still 1-0 Hopkins. Trying to curl it back into play was Smith, but instead didn't get the angle right and sails out, and Hopkins will get a throw in pretty good position here. Midfield played ahead by Kate Nielsen. Wayzata broke that up and sent back by the Royals. Hoyska cut off there by Ambrose. Good one-on-one battle between those two along the sideline. It's off Ambrose, quickly thrown back into play by Hoyska. Loose ball now controlled by the Trojans. Out to midfield. There's Munyon trying to get a step on the defenders and does. Munyon stopping, colliding with the defender, Gizeki.
Right, no foul call there. They were side by side, shoulder to shoulder.
Got it again on a Munyon and Savannah Gizeki.
Yeah, they just kind of hip checked each other.
Munyon out. Reagan Gerber, number 20, in for Wayzata. Trojans play it, or the Royals rather, play it to the sideline off Wayzata. Throw in for Hopkins. Played by Norman off the pass from Seawald. Chipped ahead, header, but he's done a good job of cutting off the other Hopkins forward there, not allowing her a chance to get to the ball. Comes right back to Hopkins, though, at midfield. And that's broken up by Berg. Wayzata back. Nye playing it off to her right. And out across midfield. Brewer. Push it deep down that right side, and Rock comes out. Good play by her. Make sure the Trojans didn't have a chance to get a foot on it. Nye, the forward down there for Wayzata. Again, Rock got there first. Takeaway here for Wayzata by Novak. She'll launch it towards the goal. It's loose. Rock comes out. Ball's still loose, and she gets on top of it. Just beat Reagan Gerber to the ball there, and a nice save by Rock.
Here we see it again. Comes a shot. And almost an easy shot for Gerber, but Rock right there to prevent that from getting dangerous.
Smith for Wayzata. Launch it back across midfield and a good strong kick. A lot of play here on the Hopkins pass. And Ambrose will play it back in for the Trojans. Brewer passing it back to her left to Berg. Ahead to Gerber. Gerber, nice little stutter step to get past Smith. Brewer trying to catch up to it. Does. Didn't have a lot to get on that one. And does put it on net where Rock makes the stop.
So far, Hopkins Royals doing a good job of holding off this very strong Wayzata team. Moving the ball well, good transition to their counterattack. Not afraid to drive the ball deep and go after it.
Here's Gerber. Falling down trying to defend there was Norman. Good aggressive run up on the ball by Stevens. She goes down. Shot away here and Rock to save.
And again, advantage called on that foul. But it looks like Wayzata is starting to wake up.
here comes Hopkins. Nice guy, and a step ahead of her, Ambrose, able to play it out.
And that's one of those times when kicking the ball over the touchline is a good thing, because gives the Wayzata defense a chance to come back and settle up.
Petty shielded off the ball by Allie Barrett. Chip toward the net here and out of bounds. It'll be Carroll to make the stop. One 0 Hopkins leading Wayzata here. First half, Lake Conference Girls Soccer tonight on CCX. John Jacobson and Zig Ligry.
On a beautiful night, the sun just set, sitting behind over there, the good aurora color. Temperature good, dew point good, game is good.
Everything's good, right?
Yeah.
The bubble was being really weird when I tried to fix it at halftime. Like it wouldn't center no matter how much up and down it went. So I couldn't
A
tell.
little battle along the sideline. Neither team
Yeah.
really getting much of an advantage. Finally, a foul called on Hopkins. Siemens went down.
A battle back and forth with no advantage. Now Trojans with an opportunity. See if we can get this ball down towards the front of the goal area.
Ambrose on the free kick. Played off a Hopkins defender. Ball free. Novak played it wide of the net on the header. And out off of Hopkins, however. It'll be first corner kick tonight for Wayzata.
Well, let's see what they can do with the set play.
It's El Novak.
Nice high kick.
Sophomore. Yeah, ball bounced in the air. Shot over traffic toward the end line. Rock going after it.
Again.
Off of Hopkins, another corner.
Again, Rock not afraid to go after that ball.
Novak will set it up again.
Another high one.
Right in front, Rock gets hands on it. Ball's loose and then cleared away.
And if you're a young goalkeeper, that's exactly what you have to do on those corners. When the ball comes in, punch it out. Offside called. That's what Rock did. Got up there and just got her paw up there and punched it out of danger.
Got it out of the way, and Avery Petty then able to clear it out of danger even further there for Hopkins. So well played by Rock, and defense has been solid for Hopkins so far. And to this point, still have the only goal of the match. Wayzata turnover. Hopkins with possession.
Oh, nice.
And then a turnover and a good takeaway.
That was a great steal. Let's see if they can maintain it. Hopkins doing a really good job of moving the ball around.
Left side, and then ball cut off there by Smith as she's able to get it away from Etzel. At midfield, here's Novak. That's one player, Gerber, down on the left, but all white jerseys beyond that. That's Hopkins with control again. Norman going to push it up that left side. Off Hopkins and out, throw in Wayzata. Ambrose had it taken away from her briefly, but Smith again able to clear for Wayzata, but it's out of play. And you get a couple of substitutions here for Hopkins, including number 3 Avery Shaw, who's coming in. Shaw along with Juliana Seawald. There's Seawald with it right now, number 4. Smith trying to play her.
Yep.
Hopkins.
Yep.
Still keeping it. Played ahead by Norman.
Yeah, they cleared it, but not out. Foul called against Wayzata. Here's a golden opportunity for the Royals. "35 yards out, the wall is set. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go all the way to the keeper.
Elizabeth Norman trying to drive it through the wall. That's blocked. Comes back to Norman. Send this one toward the net, but wide of Carroll. Not a play. Goal kick, Wayzata.
Carroll setting it up. The low shot. And foul against Hopkins.
So I mentioned Hopkins not getting a lot of matches in. I mean, just the one so far. But starting with tonight, the Royals have 5 matches in the next 11 days.
Wow.
And 7, let's see, 9 in the next 14 days. So they'll be busy from here. It's not every other game, or every other day rather, or every third day they'll be playing matches.
Well, they're going to be tired halfway through that spell.
You're going to, a better idea of what your team has. I mean, I think, as I mentioned, Justin Hegre likes the mix of players he's got and the experience and the talent level. But until you start playing other opponents and other good opponents like this one in the Lake Conference, Wayzata, you're not totally certain what you're going to have as far as and how it's going to play out wins and losses.
Yeah, and also how your depth of players goes.
Yeah.
So if you're going to play that many games in that stretch, you better have some good depth. Wayzata sending the ball down. Hopkins again getting in there to cut it off.
Turn, finding herself open as Gerber, middle of the field. And with the short pass, shot on net, and Rock making the save.
Yeah, more of a redirect than a shot, but it got through. Just not much on it.
Lily Nyer was the other. Was that a player? Nyer put it on net. And cleared by Hopkins deep. Chased down by Smith. Out of play, Hopkins throw in. And getting it right back in is Hoffman. Comes back to her. Wayzata intercepts and they'll reset. Smith pushing it to the right side this time. Novak, and then played ahead by Nye. All the way down to Rock. Hopkins out across midfield. Intercepted, or broken up at least, by Shaw briefly, but Trojans get it right back. They'll get the throw in here. Ambrose taking a lot of these set plays, Sig, here in the first half.
Yeah, may as well remember her from previous years. She's very good at those.
Trojans unable to get much sustained pressure, though. We're able to string together more than a couple of passes, and it's right back over to Hopkins. Here's Hoyska. Stops, drops it back.
No comment.
Norman losing it there to Nye. Wayzata with possession. Here they come to midfield and beyond. And Brewer. Short pass into the foot of Novak. Novak's pass. Yeah, trying to clear herself with her shot was Gerber, but got surrounded by Hopkins players. Long shot here and just goes wide and out of play.
Again, just unable to generate anything inside the 15, 20-yard area. Hopkins doing such a good job on defense, keeping Wayzata off track.
Look at that shot right before that. You had the good defensive play by Hopkins as they were able to surround Gerber. Now Hopkins trying to get back on the attack. Comes to Gerber. She'll chip it to her right. There's Brewer playing it ahead right side, but Leo was there. Leo will play it off to her left.
It managed to get down there and save it, but couldn't keep it.
On the playoff of Wayzata. Inside of 3 minutes to play here in the first half. This shot away, and diving out for it is Carroll. Good strong shot on net by Charlotte Lee. Carroll stop it, unable to control it though, and it's a corner kick for Hopkins as it rolled out.
Second
Lee,
corner.
excuse me.
Go ahead.
Lee will take the corner here.
Yep, second corner for the Royals.
Well, ping-ponged around there, and it's Wayzata with possession. Onto the foot of Allie Barrett. Trojans trying to get a push here and try to get a scoring chance on Lucy Rock and the Royals before halftime. Excellent job cutting that ball off, at least stopping the momentum, even though it's Wayzata still with possession here. Royals defense has been good here in the first 39 minutes of play, to say the least.
Yes, it has. Been very solid. Like we said earlier, they're staying in their position. They're not moving around, getting themselves into trouble.
Well, the middle, almost a collision there as Norman got the header for Hopkins. Up to midfield. We're under a minute to play here in the first half. Seawald winning that battle, but only briefly. She turned it over to Ambrose. Ambrose pass to Novak. Here's Brewer. Brewer. That's ahead, ball free, and goes off the Hopkins defender and out. And we'll get a corner kick here for Wayzata late here in the first half. Novak put it up in the air, header, and Rock is right there. Take the ball off the shot from Brewer, and that will be the end of the first half. Solid play by Hopkins. Ends with a Lucy Rock save in the closing seconds. And the Royals go to halftime with a 1-0 lead.
They did a good job of containing the Wayzata offense and good defense. Kind of even Steven in the midfield. Both teams doing a good job of the takeaways. But ball possession, I think, is pretty clearly in the hands of the Royals at this point.
We'll take a break and be back with more soccer. Our score at halftime. Lake Conference soccer tonight on CCX. The Hopkins Royals lead the Wayzata Trojans 1-0. Hopkins Royals lead the Wayzata Trojans 1-0. High school girls soccer tonight on CCX. As we look at highlights from the first half, and it did not take Hopkins long at all to strike in this one, scoring in the first minute of play. Avery Petty, number 22, great pass ahead here to Abby Hoyska. And Hoyska beats the defenders and beats Becca Carroll on the near post. 40 seconds in, and Hopkins is on the board. That was the only scoring of the first half. That one off the crossbar on a Wayzata shot. Another good opportunity for Hopkins here, but the header just a little bit high on the attempt by Etzel. A couple collisions down deep, and Wayzata unable to put anything in the net. Rock, solid job here in the first half, denying Reagan Gerber there. That defense has been good. Rock has been good. You look at Uziki and Lawrencer and the rest of those defenders back there for Hopkins, and they have been doing a good job of keeping a lot of pressure away from Lucy Rock. When the ball has gotten to her, she has been up to the task. As you look at the stats from the first half, shots even, shots on goal, one more for Hopkins than Wayzata. 6 fouls on Hopkins. They've definitely been the more aggressive team.
Yes.
And I think that's worked to their advantage,
Yes,
too.
it has. Yes, it has. It's not overly aggressive or nasty, but they're very concerted effort putting the pressure on the Wayzata players.
Well, Sig mentioned in the first half about Tony Pesniker and his 500th career win that he got a week ago tonight against Minnetonka. Added one more on Saturday with win 501, and what a great career he has been. 7-time state champions, and I think 6-time runner-up. I mean, they have been in the state tournament 24 times throughout the years, and to be in the title game 13 times out of 24 is pretty good.
I mean, it got to the point where if you didn't have Wayzata in the tournament, you wonder what's going on here.
Right. Because it wasn't a state tournament last year. Perhaps they could have gotten there again, but that is where he is at, trying to go to 502 tonight. That his team will have a little work to do, and all the great players that have come through here too throughout the years.
Yeah.
They've gone on to the coaching and other successes in life that credit that man for so much that they've learned beyond just soccer.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a great teacher, great coach. He's very patient with his players. He's giving us instructions on what they have to do. He doesn't yell at the players, but he can get firm. And I've talked to a lot of the girls over the years, and they just love playing for this guy.
We will take time out. Congratulations to Coach Pesniker on win number 500 last week in Minnesota high school soccer here at Wayzata. It's Hopkins leading Wayzata, though, 1-0 at halftime. We're back with more girls soccer on CCX right after this.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Halfway through tonight's soccer match, the Hopkins girls leading Wayzata 1-0 here at Wayzata High School. Trojans, a top 10 team in the state rankings that came out this week. Edina, number 1 in Class 3A, and it's Rosemont, also unbeaten on the season, along with the Hornets. Stillwater, number 3. Centennial ranked 4th, and Maple Grove 1 spot ahead of Wayzata. Those teams 5, 6, and then Champlain Park just lost for the first time the other day against Roseville's ranked 7th. Lakeville North 8, White Bear Lake 9, and Mounds View number 10 in Class 3A. And we are underway here in the second half. So, Sig, if you were guessing what was the message here from Tony Pesnicker to his girls, and conversely, Justin Heggery to his Hopkins team.
I think for Wayzata to maintain control in the top third of the field and get some shots off. They're not passing the ball well in the offensive zone. For Hopkins, continue what you're doing. They're doing great on defense. They're doing good on midfield. You know, try and keep Wayzata off its game. Don't let them play they want to play. Get in there and disrupt as much as you can.
We get a goal kick here for Hopkins. And let's go with the short pass to Norman. Clears it toward the sideline and trapped by Nye, but out of bounds off of her. It's right back to the Royals. Header again off Wayzata on the deflection. This one will leak out of play. Throw in for Wayzata. Race for the ball. Munyon there for Wayzata. Crossing the ball, gets past Rock off the crossbar. Ball is loose, high in the air by Brewer. The header that stays out.
Oh my
Punched
goodness!
Out by Rock.
How did that
not gets control, shot away again, and out of play.
How did that not go in?
That was a wild sequence here. We'll take a look at it again. All starts with Money and gets past Rock, who dives out for it. Brewer's the first one there. That gets deflected. That header try goes actually sideways.
Yeah.
And then off. One more look at it.
It's a blocked shot.
That was a good block there by Sidney Hoffman. Cleared away by Hoffman. So Hoffman, a couple of nice plays there for Hopkins. I mentioned that the defense has really been solid as a senior midfielder. Is Sidney Hoffman has anchored things on the back end tonight for Hopkins.
Yep. So good news for Hopkins. They escaped with that one. Bad news is Wayzata is starting to push. Yeah, Wayzata doing a much better job of attacking the ball.
Trojans pass. Ball comes to the middle of the field. Burrow will tap it back. Shot away here to get the ball to the front. Rock comes out, covers it up right in front of Lily Nyer. Away by Wayzata, so roll out. Off of Hopkins, we got a Trojans throw in. Bunyan will get it in play. That's a spin move there by Munyon. Gets it to the middle of the field to Nye. Wow, the players go down there. The ball is cleared back down to the Trojans' end. To midfield. Left side now. Conway. Now it's Brewer. Pushed ahead by Nye. Played back. Hoffman will try to clear, but it comes to Brewer. To Nye. And then that gets broken up by Lee. Wayzata sends it back down again. This time it's Norman on the clear for the Royals. Cross midfield, but out of play. Trojans throw in. Grace Lapata on the throw in. Here comes Conway now. Off of a Hopkins player. Got a throw in here for the Trojans as that ball went off of Etzel and out. Shot away, and Rock making the save. Gerber getting a shot on net. Corner kick coming for Wayzata. Gerber a couple good opportunities tonight, but 3 players around her still able to get the shot off.
That's pretty good being triple teamed.
Lucy Rock able to make the save. Here's the corner, ball to the middle. Brewer on the header, deflected wide though. Hopkins will let it go, and it should be a goal kick, and it is for Hopkins. Giesecke get a strong leg into that ball and play it out toward midfield. Munyon gets a foot on it though, plays it on the left side, trying to feed it up to Gerber. Hopkins broke that up. Wayzata get it back. Shot across midfield. And here's Brewer. Left side is Conway. The middle shot away right on net. Rock able to make the save.
More of a redirect than a shot, but it does make contact with Rock.
Chipped by Petty ahead for Hopkins. Set up the only goal of the night in that first minute of play tonight, number 22. Now it's Norman. Play by Wayzata at midfield. To the sideline. Up the right side, played by Hopkins. Job by Hopkins to keep possession of the ball there as that one almost went out. Got a throw in here for Etzel and the Royals. Played ahead, then taken away by Wayzata. been the better team so far in the first 9 minutes of play here in the second half, although nothing to show for it on the scoreboard.
Right. But if you look at Hopkins, has not had a shot or shot on goal yet in the second half. Here's another surge by the Trojans.
Here's Brewer trying to get the through ball and got the ball on net. And
too
save
far.
made by Rock. Yeah, she had the Gerber out in front of her. The ball came all the way through to Rock. Header by Petty at midfield for Hopkins. Back it comes to Norman. Head to Shaw. Wayzata. Get the little give and go there for Shaw. Can't catch up to it. Down a play. I mentioned the busy schedule for Hopkins upcoming. Wayzata will have a game Saturday here against Minneapolis South at 2 o'clock, and at Eden Prairie next Tuesday, and then hosting Minneapolis Southwest. 3 straight Saturday games for Wayzata. Last Saturday and then the 11th and the 18th. So roll out, throw in for Hopkins. Julio to put it in. Petty looking ahead. Petty's going to drive it toward the net and does get it in on Becca Carroll. Good strong goal kick by Carroll to midfield. Played by Hopkins in the air. Off of the Royals, and will get a throw in for Wayzata. Brewer played to the middle of the pitch. Munyon had it off her foot and cleared away by Julio. Out to midfield to Wayzata. Wayzata, nice job. Reversing field, getting ahead of the defender, and a good break up on that play by Smith. Alice Smith defending. Number 11, a good play.
And Hopkins now taking over on the offensive end of the game.
Yeah, a little more pressure here the last 2 minutes or so. Hoffman, with a quick throw in. Shaw putting toward the front of the net. That's cleared. And Wayzata will send it back. Put right back the other way by Norman. Petty trying to get it free. 1-on-3. He'll chip it toward the net and does get it to Carroll. Under 27 minutes to go here in the second half. It remains 1-0 Hopkins. Long run. Royals do control deep in the Wayzata end. Pass coming to the middle, then cleared away. Munyon was back defending that one. Here's Brewer now for Wayzata. Good job to get past Julio. Dana Brewer passing off on her left. Shots and high and out of play. Right idea, but just shot a little high. Brewer with a good run up field to be able to set that play up.
Yeah, I had to wonder about that one because there were other players coming behind, but still took the shot.
Conway, I think, was in a good position, just got too much under it and kicked it high and out of play. So goal kick here for Hopkins. At midfield, Wayzata regaining possession. Munyon. Past the defender, will put it toward the front of the net, and it's broken up by Lawrencer. Good job by the senior captain, clearing it away. Now Hopkins coming right back on the attack. Shot away and just high and out of play. Boy, they got from defense to offense in a hurry there, Sig.
Yeah, they did. That's what we're talking about, transition. Going from defense back to offense. They did a great job of moving the ball up. The whole team moves up at the same time. That's a sign of a mature team.
Excuse me, Sig. Hoyska just a little high on that shot.
I was wondering if they would call that. There's a little too much contact there.
Whistle, a foul on Hopkins. Yeah, the free kick for the Trojans. Smith playing it back, and Lawrencer getting it out to midfield. Here's Shaw. Shaw then cut off from the ball. And Wayzata with it again. Nair still with possession. Will drop it off to her left. Munyon will drop it back. Conway, and a good takeaway there by Hopkins.
Good patience waiting for that ball to move and just took it right off her foot.
Sydney Hoffman, nice play getting the ball to Hoyska. Gets double teamed. She'll try to back it out now. And reset it for the Royals. Hoyska. Got Shaw. Player free, a chance for Hopkins. Stop made. And then another save made by Carroll.
Well,
that was close.
That was something.
Petty was the forward who got free for Hopkins. Look at it again. Nice little touch pass by Shaw.
At one-on-one, nice foot save. And then comes back to make the standard save with her hands. Well, I thought Hopkins had a golden opportunity there.
They'll try again here. Here's Petty. Got Shaw on her left. And broken up. And a good play by Brewer.
Ball rolling and rolling. Stays in bounds somehow.
Excuse me, that was Monahan on that stop. Defensively for Wayzata, number 9. And Hopkins again with the breakup. They seem to have the defenders in the right place. Hoffman, another good stop there defensively. Trojans pass, and Rock gets a piece of it. It's free. And then cleared away to the sideline by Trujillo. Out of bounds, throw in. Wayzata. Substitutes for both teams here.
Get another try.
Rock,
People we can't stand.
a little tender there, and limping just slightly.
Yeah, you're right.
Ambrose back in. She'll throw it in here for Wayzata. Gets it into Brewer. And lost at the sideline. Throw in Hopkins.
Hopkins wasting no time on a throw-in, trying to get the advantage set up.
Long one played back to Carroll by Wayzata. They reset it from their side of midfield. Battle at midfield, finally controlled by Wayzata. Trojans on the attack. Ball came back to the back end again, and it's cleared by Jiziki as it's out of play to the sideline. Throw in for Hopkins. We're past the midway point of the second half. Still 1-0 Hopkins.
Still,
that goal in the first minute of play by Abby Hoyska.
So it's still anybody's game. One goal, not that far of a lead. And Wayzata has definitely woken up in the second half, but they still haven't been able to solve the Royals' defense.
Shot, and it's blocked.
Should be a corner. Yep.
Oh, a couple of really nice moves there by Summers Siemens, number 10.
Yeah.
Finally got the defender blocked the shot and out of play, and that does set up the corner for her team. A good effort by Siemens. Munyon on the corner. Comes to the front. Rock gets out there, a step in front of Brewer to make the save. Goes down hard right on top of the ball, I think.
Yeah, I think she's got a little bit of the wind knocked out of her. You know, you like a good, aggressive goalkeeper, and that's what you got right there in Lucy Rock. Not afraid to come out. Watch how far out she is. Gets right in the mix of things, grabs the ball, and hangs onto it.
One more look at it. I think good. Not only fell on the ball, took a little bit of an elbow from Brewer trying to go for the ball there. That knocked her down. 18 minutes of play now in the match, or at least in the second half. Trojans would like to get it to overtime at this point. And still time to do that. Ambrose.
Oh yeah, lots of time. 17:45 and counting.
Midfield. Throw in for Hopkins. Charlotte Lee, number 16, back in for Hopkins. Throw in by Trujillo. Lee gets a foot on it. Leaks down the left side, but out. And a throw in for Wayzata will be taken by Ambrose. Lee had it taken away from her by Siemens. On the left side, Munyon trying to get a shot away. Does. Diving out and making the stop is Rock. Out of play. It'll be a corner for Wayzata. Munyon quickly working it to the corner. Trying to put this back in place. We'll get another stop by Lucy Rock. Here's the corner by Munyon. Out in front. This one will be headed wide. Now to play goal kick. Now for Hopkins.
And so far in the second half, Wayzata out shooting the Royals by 9-3, 5 shots on goal to 2. But like you said, that Hopkins defense has really been tough.
Ambrose, cross it to the middle. Ball knocked down there and cleared away by Hopkins. Off of the Trojans last. It'll be Hopkins with the throw in.
Yeah, what's happening is that as soon as it was that a player touches the ball, a Hopkins defender is right on her. Not giving him a chance for a second shot or even a good turnaround shot.
Hoffman can't keep it in play, and the Trojans back on the offensive. Cross broken up by Hopkins, and they're getting a handball on Wayzata. Gizicki will take the free kick. Up in the air, trying to get it to Shaw. Does get a foot on it. Not a Hoyska. Got Petty out in front of her. Will stop. Hoyska turns. Now we'll chip it ahead. That's broken up. And pushed ahead by Nyer. Brewer missed on the attempt on that ball. Headed at midfield by Siemens. Royals turn it back, too far out in front of Hoffman, out of play. Throw in Wayzata.
We're talking about standing your ground. The defender just got bowled over but made the stop.
That was Elizabeth Norman. Ambrose will chase this one down, then cleared back up ahead. Out to midfield, then chipped right side to Hoffman. Can't keep it in play. Throw in Wayzata. This will be taken by Josie Brooks, senior midfielder. Wayzata got it, or Hopkins got it back, then back to Brooks. Right, Hopkins is just right there on about every pass, it seems like, right?
They're anticipating where the play is going to be, and they're reacting extremely well.
Coach Hegre's team playing very well tonight, leading at 1-0, and then just their second match of the season.
But we knew they had good players and good depth. They're certainly not intimidated by anybody.
Out of play. Hopkins throw in. Ball comes to Petty. Lapata trying to keep her off the ball. Did a good job by Petty there to play it off the Trojans, and they get a throw in from about 30 yards closer to the net. Ball comes in to Lee. And it's off the Wayzata defender. We'll get a corner kick for Hopkins. Play by Lee.
Hopkins with their first corner this half. Opportunity for a good set play and maybe put this game out of reach.
Norman will set it up on the corner. Cleared away by Wayzata. Comes back out of the wing, sent toward the net, and that's cleared away by Megan Smith. Wayzata ball throw in here deep for the Trojans. Put in by Lapata. Played ahead, Ambrose. Lost possession. Rolls to the back end to Ella Smith. And then intercepted by Norman at midfield. Chipped left side by Monahan for the sideline, but again it's Norman taking it there for Hopkins. Whistle. I think we're in injury time out here. Norman came up limping just a little bit there.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But she's going to come out. I think you didn't see much. She was in a terrible amount of pain there, but when they blow the whistle and they call for the injury timeout, the player has to leave. And see how soon Norman gets back into the match. Whistle and the foul here on Petty will give possession for Wayzata. Trying to get the equalizer here. So they're down just over 10.5 minutes to go in the second half. Long ball ahead, tough position here, shot away, and it goes just wide off the foot of Nair. I didn't think they'd get that good of a scoring chance, but Nair got free just enough, but couldn't put it on net.
Right, just could not quite connect. They get closer and closer, but not being able to put one in.
Gizaki goes with the short pass off the goal kick. We've seen that a couple of times tonight from the Royals. And cleared back toward midfield, but it's a Wayzata throw-in. Long ball played ahead. Rock comes out, makes the save. A couple of steps in front of the Wayzata forward Nair. Blocked by Brewer. Dana Brewer. She'll put it toward the net. Man may have been going wide, but Rock taking no chances, gets out on top of it.
When you're up by one, you don't take chances.
Good play by Ambrose to break that play up for Wayzata. Now Ambrose.
Ambrose has such good speed.
Turns and it's off the defender.
Draws a corner.
Yeah, corner kick coming. Gizaki couldn't quite cut her off, and Ambrose played it off her.
Yep.
Now we'll get the corner from the near side here. They'll be taken by the sophomore, Anna Munyon.
She's obviously the corner kick specialist.
Comes on front. Rock knocks it down and able to make the save. The senior Lucy Rock has played well tonight.
Yes, she has.
Kept the Trojans off the board. Midfield, 4 players around there. Ambrose comes out of there with it and then lost it. And cleared out by Hopkins. They get it across midfield. Wayzata gets possession back, and then that gets broken up briefly by Shaw. Here comes Wayzata with Monahan. Head to Brewer. Brewer playing it ahead, and Rock lost possession of the ball. Shot in the goal. And Wayzata ties it.
Can you believe that? Coming up big time.
Lily Nair ties the match at 1.
Yeah, you could almost see that one coming. They've been pushing and pushing and pushing. Finally get a break. Lucy Rock unable to control it. Ball comes loose, and Nair is right there. Here we see it again.
Yeah, you gotta stay with her. Like, there's a great pass by Brewer too, or ball to play it ahead.
Yes.
Now Rock had it briefly, and then there's Nair.
I think Nair was almost going to give up on it. She saw that it went right through her hands and said, "Thank you." I think I'll take a shot at that. So now here we go. 7:39 to go in the match.
Now Wayzata with some momentum. We'll see if they can build on that. Ambrose dumped for a spill there. No foul, just out of bounds plays off of Hopkins. Ambrose will put it in play.
Okay, so now here's where Hopkins has to maintain their composure.
Ball comes in front, then cleared away by Norman. Petty,
yeah. Sorry, you can't
whistle
do that.
And foul. There's a contact on Lapata, and that's a foul on Hopkins.
That was a takedown.
Here's the free kick for Wayzata. Ambrose trying to go like between their legs with that pass. Goes off of Hopkins, so they do get another throw in. See some of the students who are here cheering on the Trojans. Chance again out in front for Wayzata. Can't get a shot away. Ball comes back to Ambrose. Gets herself free. Hopkins trying to defend with another good chance for Wayzata. Scoring chances. This one goes just wide of the open net. Off of the Wayzata player, Megan Smith. Almost put the Trojans ahead.
Good. Outside, just over the...
Yeah, it was just over the head of Conway. Almost had a header, and then on the backside, Megan Smith. Well set up by Nyer. Trojans continuing on the attack. Here's Brewer. That gets blocked by Giziki. Comes back. Ambrose. Pass ahead. Collision there. And Hopkins has possession. Now Royals trying to regain some momentum back here. Played across to midfield by Hoyska and then sent right back by the Trojans. 5 minutes to play in the second half. Ambrose up ahead for Nyer. Nyer cross. Ball free and chipped, and Rock makes the save on the shot by Megan Smith.
So this is where it gets interesting because the offensive players are eager to make any contact with the ball and it uses skies. Defense is trying not to make any mistakes. So it gets a little tense down there.
At midfield, ball up in the air. Chipped ahead, too far for Hoyska, but Petty's there. Got Hoyska on her left, trying to play it, and that's broken up and on a little touch toward the sideline and out by Ella Smith. We mentioned this during football last week. So good to see students back in the crowd, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
We didn't see that last year.
Yep.
Really at all. Here comes Brewer for Wayzata. It's under 4 minutes to play. Goes down, whistle, foul on Hopkins. Versus on the right. It's back up. Get a free kick here from 35 yards out. And she was tripped up there by Chaleo. Now Ella Smith will come up to take the free kick.
See if she goes deep. No, goes to the mob.
Header high and wide of the net. Goal kick, Hopkins. .45 to go in regulation. Wayzata regains possession again. Brewer trying to get that high one arcing in the back of the net, but
Yep.
too much leg on that, not a play. Hopkins will clear it and roll toward midfield and out. Trojans throw in. Trying to hurry it back into play.
Too many soccer balls out there.
Ambrose on the throw in. Played briefly by Seawald for Hopkins. Out of play off of Wayzata. Throw in for the Royals. Chaleo, and that gets broken up. Ball up in the air. Coming free is Smith. Far side, Conway. Out of play off of Shaw. 1:20 to go in the second half. Out of play off Hopkins. We'll get a corner kick with about a minute to go here in the second half. The last best chance for Wayzata to win this in regulation. 50 seconds to go.
Here we go. High.
Ball is free and kicked free by Hopkins. Oh, we should have a corner on this end. Yes. 40 seconds to go. Royals will rush to set it up again, or rather the Trojans will rush to set the ball up again. Novak will get there. You look at the Hopkins and how they're going to defend it.
It's going to be left and deep.
Novak goes long this time. Header will be grabbed by Rock with 20 seconds to play. And that should about do it for regulation play here.
I think you're right.
Short kick out by Rock, headed to the sideline. This will roll out. Under 10 to go. Ambrose a hurry, but they're not going to have time to get the ball in the back of the net.
Nope.
And we will go to overtime. Wayzata getting a late second half goal off the foot of Lily Nyer has tied the match at 1. We will go to overtime tonight in Plymouth. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Overtime next. Hopkins and Wayzata tied at 1.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is now available on Roku and Apple TV. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You will also have access to a large on-demand library, including daily newscasts and full sporting events. To find the app, go to the store and search CCX and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. Now available on Roku and Apple TV.
John Jacobson, Sig Ligry are back at Wayzata High School. Hopkins and Wayzata tied up 1-1 as we head to overtime. Sig, a good match tonight between these two teams.
It's been quite the battle, with Hopkins having complete control in the first half, and then Wayzata woke up in the second half. It really became very aggressive in the last 12 minutes or so. So momentum seems to be on the side of Wayzata, and Hopkins just needs to compose themselves and not get so trapped on their own defensive third of the field.
So we'll play 2 overtimes. It's not sudden death as it would be in the playoffs. So in theory, you could have 1, 2, 3 goals scored.
Absolutely.
and would continue play. But there's no...
In reality, no.
Right. Unlikely. But there's no shootout after this in the regular season. So
correct. The way these teams are playing defensively, I'll be shocked if there's more than one goal scored.
Those 2 5-minute overtimes, they'll switch ends after this first 5 minutes here. And again, no sudden death. Wayzata's got to be feeling good and getting a scoring chance early in overtime. Rock gets the ball. Did she get back in time and does just to keep that one out of the net. Nyer just about had put that past her. Look at that. Again, Nyer getting a shot off, a hard shot. Rock gets to it and definitely does stop it in time. What a terrific effort by Lucy Rock, but a good opportunity early for the Trojans. And Lily Nyer almost had the go-ahead goal for the Wayzata Trojans. Nope, we stay at 1-1 here early in overtime number 1. Giveaway to Wayzata, but they're unable to do anything with it. Ball back out to midfield. A little hand fighting there, and the whistle's going to go against Hopkins. And then a free kick coming for Wayzata. Ella Smith will take this one.
Sends that one deep.
Header back, chipped in the air by Conway. Conway getting it back. And then cleared out by the Royals. That's on the clear for Hopkins. We'll see what Wayzata can do off the throw in here. Again, another shot at it. Apata putting it in. This will roll out. And now possession to the Hopkins Royals.
Well, that one a little bit deeper than they wanted. Hopkins able to chase it down.
Ambrose, a nice job to keep that in play.
Not a surprise. I've always been impressed with the way Ambrose has played. Very aggressive, very consistent.
Ambrose trying to get it through to Brewer, and that's broken up. Out to midfield, onto the foot of Hoyska. And Ella Smith back there for the Trojans. Brewer gets a foot on it. Takes the pass from Conway. Brewer.
She caught up to it.
She thinks it's off of Lawrencer, and the referee agrees. Yeah, and we'll get a corner kick. Novak. Good corner in front. Header. And goes wide. Looks like it was off the Hopkins player. And Al is slow to get up as Norman. We saw her go off earlier. Trying to walk this off. Captain for Hopkins. Going to stay in the match. Get another corner this time on the far side. Again, Al Novak setting it up. Deeper this time, gets past Brewer. Smith trying to get a foot on it. Shot away. Rock is able to get up and make the stop on Nicole Monahan.
That was a lot more difficult than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a soft liner going in there, but they had more on it, and Rock had to really jump up to get her hands on it.
Ball comes back for Lapata. Pulling back where Monahan plays it deep in her own end. Cleared out to midfield. Hopkins, though, able to get possession. Wayzata Wayzata, wind has picked up here a little bit, Sig, now coming across the field. It was basically no wind early in the match, and a little bit of one here late in the second half, and now overtime as we wind down the final seconds of the first overtime. We'll take a break momentarily just to switch ends. Rock and Carroll will switch sides.
And as soon as the keepers get set, we will be on our way to the second 5.
Underway here with the second overtime. Smith will roll it for Ambrose. Ambrose,
nice.
Great takeaway there by Hoyska.
And then Ambrose retaliated, and I think she's going to draw at least a talking to, if not a card. Watch this. Nice, good clean tackle. Ambrose runs over the back, retaliates, but just a foul, no card.
Casey Keel set this up for Hopkins. Savannah will drive it deep downfield for the Royals. On the back end, as she's been most of the night, Ella Smith able to clear it away for Wayzata. Will be a throw in for Hopkins. Choleo getting it back into play. Wayzata turning it back the other end. Izaki will leave it back for Rock. Well, and Rock didn't get a lot on that. Trying to get it to the sideline. Does do that, but it does allow Wayzata to put the pressure on Choleo and force a turnover. So Wayzata will get it deep in the Hopkins end. It'll be Ambrose to put it in play. Under 4 minutes to go in the second overtime. Ambrose net, Rock the save. Whistle and a foul on Wayzata. Excuse me, on Hopkins. We'll give the free kick to Wayzata. 3:20 to go in overtime number 2. Ella Smith launches it toward the net. Header by Brewer. Goes toward the side. Battle for the ball. A lot of traffic there. Finally cleared away by the Royals. Collision between Hoffman and Lopato took the worst of that.
Yeah, that'll go against Wayzata. We get a player down or hurt.
Look at it again. Is Hoffman on the right, Lopata on the left.
Yeah, that's a foul. She made contact after the ball was already out of the way.
Lopata will come out. Walk that off. Wayzata trying to get possession back, but can't. Another throw in coming for Hopkins. Wayzata intercepts. Ball in the middle of the field. And taken by Hopkins. Choleo. Race for the ball to the sideline. Trojans can't keep it in. 2:15 to go in the second overtime. Whistle. A substitution coming for Hopkins as Juliana Seawald returns to play. Clear by Wayzata. Race for the ball. Getting there first was Gizaki. She'll get the throw in for Hopkins. "90 seconds to go in the match." The throw in for Giesecke and Hopkins. They'll get another substitute as Sidney Hoffman will come in, replacing Shaw.
Referee saying change the clock to 1:20. There they go.
Who won that one? It's off of Hopkins. Throw in by Ambrose.
So now need some urgency on either team to finish this. Foul called against Wayzata, so it'll be Hopkins with the ball and the opportunity.
Excuse me. Giesecke with a minute to go. Sends it deep. Smith high in the air, returns it for Wayzata. Knocked down. Gerber gets back up, gets possession of the ball, able to pass it off. Here's Brewer, middle of the field.
No, to the
Out
outside.
of the right, 30 seconds to go. Brewer gets free, puts it in front off of Hopkins' player. Royals clear it. And cleared by Petty out toward midfield. 20 seconds to go.
This could be the last charge.
Hoyska. Didn't have a lot of help there. We're trying to send it down the deep. Got it off of Wayzata player. Back into play with 5 seconds to go. And that will do it. And this one ends in a 1-1 draw. Well, fun soccer match tonight, Sig. A lot of good energy, both on the field and from the crowd here tonight. You can feel it.
Yeah, you can really feel it. The crowd was into it, both Hopkins fans and Wayzata fans. Players were up and down the field. I think Lucy Rock played a terrific match in net, or in the goal, actually. A 1-1 tie. Both teams played really well. It was a fun match to watch.
So with the tie, Wayzata's record on the season now 3-1-1. Hopkins 0-1-1 on the season. And each will continue play coming up on Saturday. So a day of practice and then right back at it on the weekend. That will do it for our telecast tonight. Hope you've enjoyed it tonight, our late conference soccer match. For Sig Ligery and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thank you so much for watching. Hopkins and Wayzata tie 1-1.